All right. Well, let's introduce you to our cooking team.
Hi, I'm Meg. And I'm Ann.
And I used to be called Bob Sr., but I don't know what I am now. The important thing is, oh, my heavenly gracious.
My God, that apron is precious.
Yeah, nice dress, Bob.
Thank you very much. Joyce,
Yes.
I don't know how I'm going to get you back, but I will get you back.
Well.
Oh, did you send that, Joyce?
Did I send what?
That apron?
No, but I wished I had.
I just assumed Joyce is going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to have to live with this as long as she has to live with the broom kind of thing. So
We will take photos. We will take photos.
Yeah. Well, that apron was definitely cut for someone who could better fill it out, but you're doing your best. All right. Who would like to walk us through today's menu?
Oh, well, so today we are going to do a German schnitzel meal, which will include schnitzel, red cabbage, and spätzle, which are kind of like German noodles. So we're going to start off with lovely Ann showing you something about red cabbage. And I will tell you that this is the best red cabbage you will ever eat, period.
All right, I already made it. Make it go faster. But I took 1/4 pound of bacon and diced it and sauteed it in a stock pot. Then I sliced an onion thinly and sauteed the onion with the bacon. I make the bacon cook first, a little bit down. And then I added the cabbage, and that cooks way down. I thinly sliced the cabbage. Then I added 3/4 cup of apple juice, 1/2 cup of red wine vinegar, black pepper, I like a lot, so I did a teaspoon, and 2 garlic cloves chopped up, a tablespoon of beef base or one of the cubes, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of red wine, and then I drank a little too, and let that cook for a little bit, and then add 1 apple diced up. And this is what it looks like.
All right. What you are missing out here, without the aid of smell-o-vision, is that this is the most fragrant part of the meal, and it's pretty delicious.
And it keeps for several days in the fridge.
And what was the approximate cook time on this one?
I would say half an hour.
Okay. So this is the make-ahead part of the meal, right?
And then it simmers for as long as you can.
Got it. Okay.
That's it.
Any questions on the cabbage?
Looks good.
Yes, it does.
Ah. All right. What's the next? The next
Megan
portion?
is
All right.
up with spätzle.
So next, we have a little spätzle. So we've got some flour, some salt and baking powder, 2 eggs, and a little bit of water.
All right. You're using a whisk on this, Megan?
Oh yeah,
Would a wooden spoon work as well?
probably 2.
Okay. And what kind of consistency are you going for here?
Probably a little thicker than pancake batter.
Okay. And you just eyeball that with the water?
You know, instead of the spätzle, they can also use like a colander like this. Which I think would,
I think we're gonna have to add a little more water. So
All right.
just bring it over here. Cold water.
Looks pretty gooey.
And this is the noodle thing?
Yep. Looks good, Megan?
All right.
Okay, what's next?
Next, we are going to cook it. So we have this cool German invention. It's a Spätzle maker. But if you don't have one of these, you can use a colander, that has large holes, and kind of shove the batter through.
Or a cheese grater.
Or a
Cheese
cheese
grater?
grater, yes.
Okay.
Okay, but we've got the fancy kind here. So we're going to put a bit of the batter in.
Oh, what is this over, Megan?
Oh, this is over a pot of boiling water.
All right.
Maybe we should do it this way.
Do you salt the water at all?
I did not.
Okay.
But I think you probably could.
You could. Okay. Here's the magic.
I need one of them.
All right, so you just had you had the water just out of boil, right, Megan?
Yep.
All right. You dripped it in there.
So once it comes to the top, we're going to scoop it out and put it into a colander set over a bowl
And why do you put it in the colander over the bowl?
so that the water can run out.
All right.
Did it really cook that fast?
Yes. I
Oh,
say
wow.
10 seconds.
Wow.
So Megan, you're just scooping off the ones that come to the top, right? As they come to the top.
Yep.
All right. So when they float, you know they're cooked.
And if anybody remembers from a past Megan's meals, this is the same Spätzle. Okay.
All right. And then
And then the fancy part, a little paprika.
all right. Now, sometimes this can get a little sticky. Is there any way to keep it from sticking together?
More butter.
Now, if you add just a
Always
little,
the key.
if you add a little butter to the noodles and stir it in, it will keep it from getting too sticky.
And you can keep it warm in the oven.
All right. All right. And then Nana recommends putting this in the oven to keep it warm until your schnitzel is ready. And now we're moving on to schnitzel, correct?
Correct.
All right. Why don't you talk to us here about this process?
Okay, so in order to do the schnitzel, you end up getting a piece of pork. And I recommend the top end pork loin. And
I'm sorry, where is my mind? Sorry.
you know,
I
Eddie,
apologize.
remind me when we go into town today to stop off at the attorney's office and take them both out of our wills. So what you want to do, you want to cut the pork relatively thinly like this. You can also buy pork cut like this. I got a regular pork loin and just cut it. Then you want to pound it up fairly thinly. And you put a piece of paper, what do you call this? Saran wrap over the top so you don't splatter all over the kitchen. If Ann wasn't here, I wouldn't be using it, but there you go. Okay, so then you end up with these cutlets, basically. And then we come over here and we have a mixture of flour. And the flour has pepper, paprika, garlic powder, a little slap your mama, which is a hot pepper, and some Old Bay, whatever kind of things you like to season the mix with. And you put the in here like this, and it ends up being breaded. Then you take it and you put it over here and you put it in bread and some egg mix. So you put it into the egg mix, float it around in there, take it out, and then it goes into the breadcrumbs. And from the breadcrumbs, you put it into boiling heated oil. And the oil should be deep enough so that the cutlets or the schnitzel float in there.
Does it matter what kind of oil?
I use canola oil,
Okay.
but I don't think it makes a lot of difference. The important thing is not to have the oil too hot or too cold. When you put it in, they should sizzle. They should sizzle just about like they are right now.
Schnizzle my schnitzel.
There you go.
Oh, Allison, if that would have
Which
come out your
probably
nose.
means I need another shot of the wine.
Bob, you sound like one of the three bears. Not too hot, not too cold.
That's it. And what it
He
should-
does sort of have a Goldilocks look to him, doesn't
He
he?
does.
Yeah.
The wispy hair. So you want to cook these for a few minutes, and you'll. The Germans would say they have to. Die müssen schwimmen, which means they're supposed to float. And as soon as they start to float, you can turn them over. And let them cook the other side. Remember how thin they were. So they are going to cook relatively quickly.
Say, Bob, can you turn her burner up?
Oh, sure. Sorry, kiddo. So you can turn them once in a while. And in the end, what they should look like is this. And so kind of a golden brown.
Yeah.
I will tell you that it'll be one of your family's favorite meals.
Wait, what is it?
The children will love it, yes. So, any
Oh, wow.
questions? Can I take this apron off now?
Oh, no.
No, no.
These
My
people
question
paid
is,
good money
what
for
time are you
this.
serving? What time
More
are you
wine.
serving, Bob?
What's that?
What time are you serving?
Is Joyce coming?
I'll be waiting here at the office until about 4:30 if you'd like to deliver.
We'll be eating right around 4 o'clock.
Bob, did you get a photo?
Oh, thanks. Thanks for the reminder there.
I mean, of your dad?
I knew what you meant. Oh, portrait mode? Okay. All right. Here we are.
I'm trying to pop it on as best I can.
Yeah.
I think one's enough, Bob. We're probably good.
I hope that
All right.
camera's insured.
All right. Oh, sorry, Megan. That was probably a little close. I'm going to get a little shot here of the spätzle. One over here, the cabbage. All right.
And this is how the sizzle should look.
Oh, here's the sizzle.
And you guys, you can cook these also a little bit ahead of time and put them in the oven.
Do you
Do you
serve
put the cabbage on top of the pork at all, or
How do you
No,
serve it?
I wouldn't,
okay?
but I'm sure you could.
So you just use the cabbage as like a side dish? So your pork,
Yes.
your schnitzel.
The schnitzel, yeah.
Yeah, that can be a tricky one, right?
Yeah. You don't want to say it too fast.
The noodle things?
Yeah, you're. Sometimes you're just up Schnitzel Creek.
Yeah.
We didn't bring Bob in here for any ability other than his humor. Obviously, we're not paying him much.
All right. And any other schnitzel tidbits? You want to talk about some variations that people could try, Pops?
Sure. One thing you can do to make the schnitzel maybe a little less caloric, let's put it that way, probably not as good, is they make something called a natur schnitzel. And a natur schnitzel, which we can do here, is just the cutlet put into the breading and then put into the oil just the cutlet put into the flour mix without putting it into the breadcrumbs. And that in general is a much less caloric, it doesn't taste as good either. So one of the things that you can put on this are mushrooms in a mushroom sauce, which can be really good. You instead of the spätzle, you can put mashed potatoes together or rice. All of those are really good additions to the spätzle or to the schnitzel. We should rehearse this.
Awesome. All right. Megan, any other tips from you?
Make a lot. It's delicious.
It works well for leftovers, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Mom, any guidance?
No, it's just good to eat.
All right. Any questions from the gallery?
Anyone care for a glass of wine?
Yes.
Well,
Thank you. It
there you
was
go.
delicious.
Yeah, way to go. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Now my stomach is growling.
Yeah.
well, this is what everybody's having for dinner tonight, so we'll finish it up.
All right. Well, we will get the recipe out to you, Allison, and that can be posted, and then we will go from there.
Great.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
That'd be great.
everyone.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks to all the cooks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.